Good evening and welcome to today's episode of NWCR's Removing a Liberal Blindfold for this, the 17th day of October in the year of our Lord 2024. New Mexico has just turned into a new swing state as the Democrat-leaning state has come close to becoming something else. And here is a reason why. And let's get this straight. Kamala Harris is not a new beginning. She is a continuation of what we have going on now. I hope we can avoid bringing Hurricane Kamala to the United States. Her destruction would be horrible. From Opinion Post News comes this one. The deadly cost of open borders. Illegal alien deaths spike in MLGs, New Mexico. This article corresponds with the last article in the Post, which details how New Mexico is now a close state for Trump to take after Biden took it in 2020 by over 100,000 votes. Changes are coming here, thank God. The number of illegal immigrant deaths, and that's illegal invaders' deaths near the U.S.-Mexico border in New Mexico, has dramatically risen over the last 2 years, with fatalities now 10 times higher than they were just 5 years ago, per a report from the Associated Press. Smugglers are increasingly steering illegal invaders, many of whom are exhausted, dehydrated, and malnourished, into more perilous paths, including the hot desert, canyons, and mountains west of El Paso, Texas. This shift has led to tragic consequences, as extreme heat and treacherous terrain take a devastating toll. In the first 8 months of 2024 alone, 108 presumed illegal immigrants, mostly from Mexico and Central America, were found dead near the border in New Mexico. This marks a stark increase compared to just 9 deaths in 2020 and 10 in 2019. In 2023, the number of fatalities reached 113. Experts point to the smugglers' more dangerous routes and harsher treatment of the illegal immigrants, particularly in extreme summer temperatures. The dramatic increase in New Mexico comes as the state is the only one whose governor is not acting to curb the flow of illegal aliens. The influx of deaths has placed a significant burden on the University of New Mexico's Office of the Medical Investigator, which has seen an increase in heat-related fatalities. Heather Edgar, a forensic anthropologist with the office, expressed shock over the surge in deaths, saying, quote, "Our reaction was sadness, horror, and surprise because it has been very consistently low for as long as anyone can remember," unquote. As long as anyone can remember, with the way our governor is pushing open borders here, it was bound to come sooner or later. To cope with the rise in deaths, the office has added more deputy medical investigators, increasing their team from 3 to 9 or 10 in the affected region. Edgar attributed this to the Eastern Migration Corridor in New Mexico, where many bodies are being recovered. Humanitarian advocates are alarmed by this trend, as many illegal immigrants are dying within just a few miles of urban areas or even close to roads. Adam Isaacson, an analyst with the Washington Office on Latin America, emphasized that, quote, "People are dying close to urban areas, in some cases just 1,000 feet from roads," unquote, and suggested that more water stations, improved telecommunications, and rescue efforts could help mitigate the crisis. Now, I would say following the laws that are on the books would help too, but the U.S. government doesn't want to do that. The U.S. government has taken steps to address the situation. Border Patrol has expanded its search and rescue efforts, adding medical specialists and surveillance technology to patrols. Additionally, U.S. Customs and Border Protection has installed more emergency beacons, push-button devices that can summon medical help along remote areas of the border. Despite these efforts, the death toll continues to rise. Many of the illegal immigrants are forced to endure treacherous journeys, often walking for days or weeks without adequate food or water before even crossing the border. Deputy Chief Border Patrol Agent Juan Bernal of the El Paso sector explained that smugglers often leave these individuals to fend for themselves in dangerous conditions. Quote, they're expected to walk, sometimes for hours or days, to get to their destination where they're going to be picked up, unquote, he said. Serious stories from families who have lost loved ones add a personal dimension to this tragedy. In one case, a family in Chiapas, Mexico, pleaded for the return of a 25-year-old relative in a missing person post, only to learn days later that she had been found dead. Another story involved a 24-year-old Guatemalan woman whose remains were discovered in June. Her death marked by a photograph of her smiling in a blue dress, holding a bouquet of flowers. The crisis continues as Joe Biden's border czar, Kamala Harris, is seeking the presidency after Biden was forced off the ballot following pressure from his own party. New Mexico's Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, who has perpetuated open borders, is a campaign surrogate for Harris. And now we'll remove the liberal blindfold. The deserts of southern New Mexico are becoming a killing field for the cartels who smuggle the people in for thousands of dollars each while leaving them to fend for themselves when the going gets tough. From the Bible it says from Psalm 10 verse 2, in arrogance the wicked relentlessly pursued the afflicted. Let them be caught in the schemes that they have devised. Weak people don't have strong boundaries. They are very susceptible to the manipulation of others, and there are few around that manipulate better to get money than the cartels. Samuel Adams once said, "For true patriots to be silent is dangerous." One of the reasons that this update in my show exists is because I am tired of the silence from the people of America while watching the wicked and the un-American left destroying the country we live in. To be silent is a form of consent to what they are doing to our country and our Constitution along with our laws. It is time for the American people to stand up and say, "No more, we have had enough." Then back it up with action at the ballot boxes, which is in less than 20 days, folks. For you who still say you want to vote for Kamala, you are not watching what she and Biden have done to destroy this great nation. Like I said before, watch out for Hurricane Kamala come November if she wins. Another 4 years may finish their job of it. Thank you for watching, and as I will always say, we will not be ruled. NWCR is heard through Conservative Nation Media or CNN from behind the silver microphone of freedom with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world where America always wins. Please subscribe to my video accounts of Rumble and BitChute if you want to know what is really going on here in America. ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, and others will not tell you the truth. Only the liberal talking points of doom and gloom will come from them. We have less than 20 days left until the election of our next leaders lets us know if we have continued to sail down this road to destruction the left has us on, or if we have finally wised up and voted to save America. Stop voting Democrat until they on the left figure it out that it is America that is the last best hope for mankind here on earth, and they stop trying to destroy her with every action they take. Have a good day, and God bless you all.